He said enough is enough.
He's got a huge update in the Jason Aldean situation with his try that in a small town and his cancellation. As you can see on the screen right here, Jason Aldean files defamation suit against Whoopi Goldberg and The View. I am no racist is what Jason Aldean had to say to that situation. If you didn't see my video on Whoopi Goldberg and the rest of The View reacting to Jason Aldean, in my opinion, it definitely was, and I'm no legal expert obviously, it definitely was grounds for defamation. And I think that they're lucky that they haven't gotten sued a whole lot longer ago, because they defame tons and tons of people with no ground to stand on. I mean, the things that Whoopi Goldberg and the rest of them were making up about Jason Aldean and the song Try That in a Small Town, you would think that they never listened to the song. And I'll show you a clip from Whoopi Goldberg's statements and why Jason Aldean would be suing Whoopi Goldberg in just a couple seconds here. But also, we have this news that somehow slid under the radar. I don't think a lot of people have been talking about this, but Jason Aldean is also filing a $58 million First Amendment lawsuit against CMT, the country radio station that censored the Try That in a Small Town song. Let's check out some of the details regarding this lawsuit against Whoopi Goldberg and The View filed by Jason Aldean. Jason Aldean says he's taking the advice of counsel and filing a $40 million defamation suit against Whoopi Goldberg, Sunny Hostin, Joy, and the rest of the host of ABC's The View. The suit filed in the 65th District Court of Writs and Motions seeks damages from both the show itself as well as the individuals who called Aldean racist. ABC responded by saying they had no idea that the show's host would be so brutal, but held firm that the show is protected First Amendment free speech. What ABC failed to remember is that free speech doesn't save Whoopi from screaming fire in a crowded theater. She needs to pay for her little stunt, said Aldean's attorney. They all do. Their behavior wasn't just abhorrent, it was un-American. Yes, I don't think they would take offense to that statement whatsoever. I don't think they like America at all. I don't think they enjoy being called American. They don't want anything to do with this country. They hate everything that is pro-America. So I don't think that Whoopi Goldberg or Sunny Hostin or Joy Behar, I don't think any of them from The View would have any issue with that statement at all. Whoopi told Cynthia Luhu that she's not worried about another lawsuit she heard about from the Dunning-Kruger Times. Just keep that Skip guy away, sweetie, she told Cindy. I'll give you all the scoops. I like to support the Asian community. Jesus. Luhu told Whoopi that she didn't particularly care for the stereotypes since she's Lithuanian, but she did agree that Skip is a bit of a creep. Let's also check out what Whoopi Goldberg had to say about Jason Aldean in this clip. It's pretty insane what these people have been getting away with, what Whoopi Goldberg and the rest of The View have been getting away with, not just with the Jason Aldean Try That in a Small Town situation, with so many other situations that I've covered over the last year or so of The View just absolutely going in, defaming people, just saying things that straight up aren't true about people just because they dislike them. I can't believe they've lasted this long without a serious lawsuit, at least as far as I know. I'm no expert on The View and their past legal experiences, but from everybody that I have seen them and I have covered them defame, I haven't seen any lawsuits hit them, at least major ones. So let's check out what Whoopi Goldberg actually had to say about Jason Aldean and why his song Try That in a Small Town was so racist.
I totally agree. It's just I'm sick. I'm not the only one. I'm just sick and tired of the race baiting nonsense and people like Whoopi Goldberg and Sunny and the rest of the View. They don't keep that same energy for the black community. Like, I can't believe the extent that she went on, and even Sunny, to say about this song. Like, this was one of the worst songs in history, when it's not even close. Like, that's what I'm saying. I'm sick and tired of. They allowed the black community and they condone the behaviors in the black community. And if this is not a liberal thing, I don't know what is. Because that's what the left promotes. Bad behavior. Whoopi Goldberg, she knows what rap song, especially drill music, is all about. Y'all can't call that out? Talk to the youths? At least? No, they could have wanted you to self-destruct. And that's what they get paid to do. That's why we call them race baiters.
So country singer Jason Aldean is getting backlash for the video of his song Not in a Small Town.
Not in a small you'll see in this clip, I played it already a couple times on stream and in a past video. She messes up so much about this story that, like I said earlier, it seems like Whoopi Goldberg has never even listened to the song Try That in a Small Town or even watched the video, the music video for the song.
Which critics are saying is racist. It's got lyrics, racist lyrics, and images. Aldean says the song's about unity. Here's South Dakota Christy Noem defending him. Here's the clip.
So she hasn't gotten anything right so far. And we're going to skip over this clip because it's just kind of irrelevant for this video. We want to see what Whoopi had to say and why Jason Aldean is suing Whoopi Goldberg. So let's check out the rest of what Whoopi had to say here.
Play anymore? You own South Dakota now? Listen, you know, there are lyrics in the song, and I think, you know, he talks about life in a small town, and it's different, you know, and he shows these images. He's got folks from the Black Lives Matter movement, and he's talking about people taking care of each other. And I find it so interesting that it never occurred to Jason or the writers that that's what these folks were doing. They were taking care of the people in their town because they didn't like what they saw. Just like you talk about people taking care of each other in small towns. We do the same thing in big towns. You just have to realize that when you make it...
You just gotta realize, Jason, that whenever they're setting buildings on fire, blowing cars up, setting dumpsters on fire and everything like that, assaulting people, that's all just them standing in solidarity with each other. What? They're just taking care of each other, Jason. Like, you just gotta understand where Whoopi's coming from and where these rioters are coming from, man.
About Black Lives Matter, people kind of say, well, are you talking about black people? What are you talking about here? If we're talking about Americans taking care of each other, then it shouldn't be about Black Lives Matter. You should be able to show all the different things that have gone on in our country where people stood up and said no more. We do the same thing that small towns do. That's my 2 cents to that.
No. And there was a whole like 15 or 20-minute segment that they did just trashing on Try That in a Small Town, trashing on Jason Aldean, calling him a racist, saying that the town he's from is racist, and calling the song racist over and over again. You can see why, if you watch especially the entire segment, why he would be suing them, why he would be suing The View and Whoopi Goldberg specifically for defamation. You could definitely see in that clip, you could see that there's some grounds, but if you watch the entire thing, I already did a video on it, so if you want to go check that out, I go over all of the clips of all of them just trashing on this song and defaming Jason Aldean and the song of Try That in a Small Town. So if you didn't see that, I would definitely recommend you go check that out. But let me know what you're thinking about Jason Aldean actually standing his ground and suing Whoopi Goldberg and The View for saying that he is racist. Let me know in the comments what you're thinking about this whole Jason Aldean Try That in a Small Town situation.
Wow, unbelievable. Like I heard a little clip of what she had said, but I never listened to like the full context of what she said. It didn't make it any better. But this right here is on Justin Reloaded channel. If you guys want to go over and check the full video without my commentary, feel free to go over there and show him some love. All right. I told you, which is like, enough is enough. I'm sick and tired of The View and the race baiting. Like, for some reason, how are you gonna try to call out a song that's talking about unity and calling out bad behavior, but you won't go out your way and talk about all these youths out here that's taking each other's lives like it's a game. They're dying at young age. Who got hurt from Jason Aldean's song? And people want to bring up what happened at his concert years ago. What was that man supposed to do? Crazy people are everywhere. Point blank, period. And that was one incident. You know how many drive-by shooting happens across America throughout a day? Do you? Go do your research. I had enough of Whoopi Goldberg. It'd be different if they had some type of balance and they were calling out bad behavior in the black communities, but they don't. They were full-blown back in BLM. So why won't he call out? She talking about why he should have called out all the stuff that goes on in America. Did you see what 2020 was like? That was covered everywhere. Buildings getting destroyed, lit on fire. They were destroying the flag, smashing, grabbing, jumping people. What? And that was over days, maybe weeks. They didn't call that out, did they? Find a video for me and link it in the comments, and I'll go check it out. Wasn't it this? You know how they are so hypocrites? Because listen to who they had over their show. Shout out Officer Taintum. Cause I saw the video. They had Fat Joe on there. They had 50 Cent on there. They had T.I. on there. Busta Rhymes on there. Have you listened to their songs? Listen to Fat Joe songs saying the N-word like nonstop. The stuff he was talking about, pushing crack in the community, pushing drugs to the community. T.I. the same thing. 50 Cent, same thing. Shoot 'em up, bang, bang. To one another. That's hypocritical. T.I.'s song. Somebody gonna get hurt, murk. I'll put him in the dirt. Talking about another black man, somebody's son, somebody's brother, somebody's father. That's what they're promoting in these black communities. And people want to say it's not the music. What you mean? Do you listen to the lyrics? Non-stop, repeatedly, over and over? Hey, that's crazy. So you can have all these type of rappers that talking about pushing drugs in the community, and nothing's wrong with that. You got these rappers on your show talking about shoot 'em up, bang bang, to another black brother, gang repping, gun toting, gun talking, to doing harm to one another, not to protect yourself, to do harm to another brother. I lost my friend through gang violence. Not even gang violence, it's gun violence from another black man at a young age. He was still in his 20s. Lost his life. I'll never forget it, man. He used to always ask me about, in high school, about gangs and stuff like that. And I would tell him I'm not in a gang, and I don't think it's a good idea for you to join a gang. And I remember having that talk with him, man. And then about 10 years later, his life was taken by another black man that were trying to rob him and take what he got. I lost a few friends the same way, too. One friend got robbed for his chain, lost his life. So when you talk about it's not the music, then what is it? Because we would love to know. We know there's good and bad. We know there's the evil. We know there's the devil. So it's something. And Whoopi Goldberg and The View, I'm sick and tired of them race baiting. I hope Jason wins this because they need a wake-up call. We're sick of the nonsense. That's why things in the black community don't ever change, because nobody calls it out, besides a few of us on YouTube. And if we do, they call us names for calling our bad behavior, just like Jason. They do the same thing to us that they do to Jason when we call it bad behavior in the black community. People call us names. You get disrespectful. I'm pretty sure you guys see it. Hey, but I'd love to hear you guys think about the video in the comments. And something got to change with The View, man. I'm sick of them and Sonny getting all emotional. I saw the clip of Sonny talking about the Jason Aldean song. that part of Georgia is very racist. And what? Stop. Why aren't you talking about all the violence that was happening on YSL? Huh? No. You're going to talk about that on The View, huh? Man, I'm sick and tired of this nonsense. But hey, I'd like to get you guys' opinion in the comments. And until then, man, I'll catch you guys next video. Peace out. You guys have a blessed day.